It's a go. Let's have a round of applause for Susan Miller, our music director and chooser of that YouTube video from all of the thousands of videos you could play today. A traditional pomp and circumstance. It's a delightful video you should watch on YouTube after this program. I'm David Craig. I am the person who is going to be the master of ceremonies today. It's a ceremony of many people in an unusual time and place. Pomp and circumstance is the traditional music of graduations in the United States for most of the living memory of the people here. And so I'd like to talk about some of the reasons why we gather, why we have rituals, and some of the symbols in and around graduations and universities in general. The reason that we are here today is in this unconventional format is actually part of the long tradition of graduations. The gown that I have and the gown that our graduates wear today are hearkening back to the 12th century monks who were the first people to have universities and to have the practice. So today we are in memory of those deepest traditions of Northern European education experience. At that time, it was very cold and the people needed this kind of clothing for warmth. Today we do it for more ceremonial purposes. The cool hat that I have and that our graduates have started in the 14th century at the Uppsala University, and it became a fashion craze that swept Europe and is now here with us today. The idea of the cap as a mortar is that the mind is the place in which we build great things, and this is the bricks and mortar, or the mortar board, from which these great minds have been built. At least that's what I read on the internet. That is in fact true. My gown has a special edition today. I have a bullhorn, which is not traditional wear, but we're having that today as part of our commencement ceremony. The other thing that's unusual about today's ceremony is we are all at least 6 feet apart, and we have done appropriate social distance. We want to have a long and healthy life after this graduation. For those who will be seeing this on a video on YouTube, we have in our audience today a number of distinguished guests. Some who are on down on the road, David and Arlene Craig. Off to the left, Darren Craigberry, Vivian and Valeska Craigberry. Ken Ramingo, the head administrator of COVID College. Myself, I am the faculty member of COVID College. And then we have on the film crew and one of the parents, Hans Hadley. We have our music director, Susan Miller, Sue Dower. And then we have the mother of Kelly Hadley, and then we'll talk about our grads here in a minute. So that's who's in our audience. Welcome, YouTube. This is probably going viral in this age of the novel virus, Corona-19. That's why we're doing this unconventional ceremony today. It's really important that we do a graduation ceremony because it's a sign of hope. And we do the graduation ritual, and the reason that we do all rituals, which is to make meaning at a moment that needs to be recognized for transition from one thing to the next thing. And we need this sort of sense of hope now more than ever. And And I'm getting a signal from one of my producers that I need to talk even louder. Let's see. That's as big as the mic will go. Okay. So the notion of hope in times of adversity and in times of challenge is why we do rituals. And so thank you everybody who came today. Let's have a round of applause for ourselves at the Earthly Point that we just made it here today. We made up something when nothing existed. Make noise in some way that you can. You late clap. Yes, yes. All right. We're gathered here on the porch of 445 Leslie Street, Salem, Oregon. In case this is in a deep archive in the future, people are trying to figure out what and where this was. We're really grateful for the weather. Recently, as you will see in the archives, there was a massive hailstorm only moments ago. We're thankful that it's not happening now. There are lots of ambient noises, dogs, birds, roads, and so that's just part of it. Okay, so another thing that is traditional in a, I've got some stage directions to the left. Another thing in a graduation ceremony is oftentimes there'll be a speech from a guest speaker. We started arranging this a couple hours ago, so we don't have a guest speaker, but we do have some wise words and advice from people that had the opportunity to compose that about 15 minutes ago. So I'm going to read those wise words now. Okay. This is to well, actually, these are named, so maybe I should just read them. Okay.
Yes, you should.
So the advice, we'll give this to the graduates later on. Right now, we'll make this good advice for everyone. Always go to those you trust for advice on truth and its elusiveness. Seldom, very seldom, does complete truth belong to any human disclosure. Seldom can it happen that something is not a little disguised or a little mistaken. The sage words of Jane Austen. Jane has another contribution for us. As well she should. Always go to those you trust for advice. There is no charm equal to tenderness of heart. There is nothing to compare to it. Warmth and tenderness of heart with affection, open manner will beat all the clearness of head in the world for attraction. Thank you, Jane, and thank you, contributor. This one is, I believe, specifically to Avery, and it is, looks like handwriting. The mic come from one. Oh, and eight. Okay, this is for everybody. Okay. As you step out into the world and make your way in life, remember these 4 words. Be positive, principled, proactive, and productive. I'm going to add, those are powerful words, all starting with P. Discover yourself. Consider this job a journey to learn about yourself. The purpose is to grow as a human being and to discover what you're good at, what you love to do, and what you dislike. Discover your why, and you'll become happier and more passionate in life. Those are wonderful words. Okay, with that, we will. I'll just have one last set of remarks. Earlier today, I'm a professor at Willamette University, and I did a college graduation ceremony. That's where these gowns come from. And it's a college graduation where people have been in college for 4 years, and so we celebrated all the work that those folks had done. Today, we're the Craig Mingo, Craig Berry family are celebrating our niece, who is here, typically a student at University of Hawaii, Hilo. But because the pandemic is here, and so we made a kind of a sense of fun around our own college. We call it COVID College, and we have our own shield and mascot. So Aiden has finished her first year at Hilo, and so this will be her commencement for finishing that first year under a weird circumstance. And then Avery is graduating from South Salem High School today. I looked it up. It was founded in 1954. And so he continues a long tradition of people graduating from that high school. My mom is down below, and my mother graduated from the high school many years ago. So that's kind of a fun connection.
That's South Salem.
South Salem, yeah. A home of the Saxons. So we'll throw that in there. And I couldn't figure out why the Saxons are their mascot, but it's really important. Okay. With that set of symbolism, I would like to have the diplomas. And we will have Aiden Craigson come as the further along in academic process. These degrees, I will read them in their full legal authority. COVID College. This certifies that Aiden Craig Sundine has successfully acquired the degree of Bachelor of Science Corona Cum Laude, with all rights, honors, and privileges thereto appertaining, given under the seal of COVID College at Salem, Oregon, the 17th day of May 2020, signed by Uncle Dave and Aunt Kendra. COVID College, a fine diploma.
Thank you.
And then this is going to be some high-stakes drama here. We will be delivering Avery's diploma via a cleaning tool.
So you have to read it first. Read it first.
Yeah. I will read Avery's. This certifies that Avery Hadley has successfully acquired the degree Bachelor of Science, Corona Cum Laude, with all the rights, honors, privileges thereto appertaining, given under the seal of COVID College at Salem, Oregon, this 17th day of May, 2020. Admiring neighbors, David and Kendra. Now we will have the dramatic passing. Excellent, here we go. Be sure to wash your hands before you touch your face, Avery. Excellent. Okay. With that, we have certified these awesome young people and our belief that they will do much good in the world and that they will take care of us in the future. It's going to be challenging, but we don't have any doubts that they're going to make a great place in the world. And although things are challenging and a little bit scary sometimes, we know that young people have made their way year after year, century after century. This time of graduating during a pandemic is not special. Others have graduated in pandemics in the past. The traditions of these gowns, people lived through the Great Plague. So we know that our society and our culture will persist, and that we know that because Aiden and Avery are extraordinary people that we love very much, and we see so much promise in what they see. And we know because they have so many great supporters like this. We made this fun ceremony up today because we could. So let's have another round of applause for ourselves. Aiden will go and have the recession music, which is by Alex Benjamin. It's a song about being apart by 6 feet. Okay. And they will walk off into the world, and we'll maybe see him again, maybe not.
Oh,
okay.
I didn't know that. Where are we walking? Are we walking out?
Oh, Avery's just switched his tassel over. He's a graduate. Board of Boards in the air.